And it goes a little something like.
Hello everyone! Well, today we will having a topic to discuss. Very interesting, right? Before that, let me introduce myself. By the way, my name is Joseph Dalagdag from BTL Ed Alpha 1A. And now, to formally start our discussion, let me introduce to you our participants. First is Remark Andas. Second, Ojil Rota. Third, Fred Martitian. Fourth, Romnek Vistal. And the last one is Jinger Art Mollet. What is inclusive education? What is special education? Exclusive education means all children in the same classroom and the same school. It means real learning opportunity for groups who have traditionally been excluded. Not only children with disability, but speakers of minority language too. Inclusive education provides learners opportunity of children with or without special needs. And also, inclusive education different and diverse students learning side in the same classroom. Special education or special needs. Children who due to significant medical, physical, emotional, or learner issues, usually more extensive accommodation from school and learning environment than do typical children. Special education defined as an education designed to facilitate the learners of individuals who, for a wide variety of reasons. Special education are given specialized and extensive instructions anchored on their curriculum.
Good day everyone, my name is Remark Salmarendas and this is for my assigned topic about the basic concept of inclusive and special education. So what is inclusive education? Inclusive education is defined as learning environment that promotes the personal, academic, and professional development of all learners, irrespective of race, colors, class, gender, disability, sexual preference, learning style, and language. So it means inclusive education is all students are allowed this kind of education. When it comes, if you have a person with disabilities or what gender, color, or style of language is allowed this kind of education. In addition, according to UNESCO 2009, it is about putting the right to education into action, including all learners, respecting their diverse needs, abilities, and characteristics, and eliminating all forms of discriminating in learning environment. So let's proceed special education. Special education is defined as a class instruction designed for students with disabilities, giftedness, and talents. So it means special education is about person with disabilities, giftedness, and talents. They are given the rights to study even if they have disabilities. And now let's proceed to the another topic about related concept of inclusive education and special education. There are two types of related concept, the mainstreaming and integration. Let me first about the mainstreaming. It is practice of education students with learning challenge in regular classes. The list of restrictive environment based on their skills. So it means mainstreaming is is all about person with disabilities is joining with regular classes. Mainstreaming is include student with disabilities. So, we then in the regular classroom while giving them the same opportunities as other students to access instruction, gain knowledge, and grow as an individuals. And now, let's proceed to the second related concept of inclusive and special education, the integration. Integration refers to the creation of species such as regular classroom, speed classroom, or fallout services for diverse learning. So, integration focuses on making creation for students, allowing them to engage in relevant, meaningful activities that can be connected to the real life. So now, let's proceed the differences of exclusion, segregation, integration, and inclusion. Let me first about the exclusion. Exclusion refers or occurs when students are directly or indirectly prevented from or denied access to education in any form. So it means, as you can see the picture, the normal or without disability people are inside the circle, while the ones with disability person is outside. So it means, for example, there are students with these special needs after enrolling in a community or campus. They will not be accepted because they will think it's differences or difference he or by each other, or he or she is not considered a normal. So let's proceed the segregation. Segregation occur when the education of students with disabilities is provide an environment designed or used to cease response to a particular or various impairments and isolation or from students without disabilities. So it means, as you can see the picture, if you can see the picture, the person with disabilities is accepted but they are separated in classroom or not mixed in a classroom because of some reason. The first reason is that the special needs students cannot keep up with a normal students. And now, let's proceed to the integration. Integration is a process of placing persons with disabilities in existing mainstream education institution or as long as the former can adjust to the standard of requirements of or such as institution. So it means this kind of education is, as you can see the picture, the students with disabilities are already in the classroom together with the students without disabilities, but they are still separate or different their group or example, and their seat or is for without disabilities, and the one on the side is for those with disabilities students. And now, let's proceed to inclusion. Inclusion is a term sometimes confused with integration. However, inclusion gets a bit further, and inclusion is associated with the ability of people to accept the others and live in harmony, accepting differences. If the same society promotes inclusive environment, barriers do not exist and all people are included since they have the same opportunities. So it means, as you can see of the picture, the person without and with disabilities, and they are together or they are no longer separated or accepted by normal students, the individual differences of students with disabilities. And that's all for my assigned topic, and I hope you like it, and God bless us all.
Good day everyone. My name is Ujel Fidelis Rota. I am also the one who regarded to make a short discussions about what are the main point of the basic concept of special and inclusive educations. So, before that, we will make a short descriptions about this topic. So, in this topic, we also know that what is the special and inclusive educations and its concept of learning. So, in this concept of learning, we also know what are the different between the special and inclusive educations. So, let's proceed to the main point of this topic. So, there's a different perspective that stipulates that without educations, there is no humanity. Right? So, in my own understanding or in my own idea, the main point of this topic is the equal treatment all among humans. That, for example, is that one should have the right to educations regardless to his or her disabilities. No? That lead to some individuals to devise ways to deliver to those individuals with disabilities. So they give us motivations to those individuals with disabilities, no? So that's my all understanding about this topic. Thank you.
So, good day everyone. I am Frederick Martician. So, today we will make a script about my topic. It should have a disability. So there is three type of disability, which is impairment, and disability, and handicap. So the first is impairment. So impairment is missing for a defective part of the body. It can be impairment of the eyes, ears, limb, brain, and etc. So, for example, loss of limb. So, loss of limb. So that is the example of impairment. So disability is the difficulty of the function due to the loss caused by impairment. So a disability is many conditions that make it more difficult for a person to do certain activities or interact with the world around them. So that is the disability. So it may be cognitive, developmental, intellectual, mental, physical, and sensory, or a combination of multiple factors. Like, for example, not able to do work, to loss of limb. That is the example of disability. So handicap result from impairment or a disability which prevents the person of having access to facilities which are available to non-disabled person, thereby limiting their functioning. So, for example, not able to climb a staircase. That is the example. That is the example of handicap. I think disability is a natural part of the human experience and no way diminishes the right of individual to participate in order contribute to society, improving educational result for children with disability is an essential element of our national policy of ensuring equality of opportunity for participation, independent living, and economic self-sufficiency for individuals with disability.
Disability can never be an obstacle to success if one stands against it. Disability is not an obstacle to success talks about its core concept, meaning and importance of the beliefs how disability can never be a hurdle in one's way of achieving success in life. There are different types of disabilities like visual impairment, hearing impairment, physical disability, and mental illness. Each type of disability needs different kind of supports and assistance. But the most important thing is the positive attitude and the self-confidence. If a disabled person has two qualities, no disability can stop him from achieving success in life. There are many people with disabilities who have overcome all the obstacles and achieved success in their lives. They are an inspiration for others who think that disability is an obstacle for success. There are many ways in which disability is not an obstacle to success. Some of the most important ways are the follows. Number 1, positive attitude and self-confidence. The most important thing for a disabled person to achieve success is to have a positive attitude and self-confidence. A positive attitude will help you face all the challenges in life and overcome them. Self-confidence will help you do your best and achieve your goals. Number 2, support from family and friends. The support of family and friends is very important for a disabled person. They can help you in many ways, such as providing financial support, emotional and support practical. Number 3, access to education and employment. A disabled person has the same right to educate and employment as any other person. There are many institutions that provide education to disabled people and also provide jobs for them. Number 4, government support. There are many government schemes that provide financial assistance to disabled people. This financial assistance can be used to purchase assistive device, rehabilitation, therapies, and other necessary items. Number 5, support from the community. The community can also play an important role in supporting disabled person. The community can provide emotional support and financial. Disability is not an obstacle to success with a positive attitude and self-confidence. And also, a disabled person can achieve anything he wants in life. There are many successful disabled people who have shown that disability is not an obstacle to success. With the right support from family, friends, and the community, a disabled person can be lead successful in life. That's all. Thank you.
Attitudes towards inclusive education could be formed and developed in the context of an educational system which can provide some specific conditions and in order to have a good practice in this field. Those conditions refer to restructure of the curriculum. More help support teachers, more time for preparing the educational activities, decreasing the number of students in one class, creating and developing opportunities for interactive partnerships between teachers, students, support teachers, and parents, and so on. The reform of the curriculum should be made in the parallel with a proper training for a teacher regarding their knowledge of inclusion and its principles. The difficulties are inherent to any change or reform, but it is necessary to develop an educational system which can properly respond to all needs, characteristics, and individual differences of all children in school. And despite the above challenges of inclusive education, the progress in this direction has been insignificant. No debate is required in this regard. We believe that inclusive education is the only answer for education for all, which includes children with disabilities. The process of inclusive education has started, but much needs to be done to achieve the desired result. Thank you.
I was hanging with you and then I realized I didn't think it was true. I was surprised when I found out I'd fallen for you.